What's up, everybody? Comfy here, and welcome to what is, I guess, technically the very first episode of a new series. I am going to be taking on Dark Souls. Why would I want to do that? Honestly, it's been in the back of my mind for a while now, and I just haven't done it. I know nothing about Souls games. This would be my first Souls experience. I didn't play Demon Souls. I played none of the Dark Souls games. This will be a completely blind playthrough. So it should be interesting. You know, I never really had any drive to play Dark Souls when it originally came out. To me, it just appeared to be another hack and slash RPG hybrid, which seemed uninteresting. Then I've read a couple articles recently regarding Dark Souls. Nothing with spoilers or anything like that, just sort of talking about the game, reviewing the game. And I gotta say, I'm very intrigued by the designer's vision and the way he went about creating this game. Three things that, in particular, is that the story of Dark Souls is told mainly through items and through things like level design, architecture, he kind of broke a lot of the rules of game design. I don't want to say break the rules, but it seems like he reinvented them, and that's something that I do respect. The second thing is that the Dark Souls story is very purposely left vague in a lot of areas. There are questions that are unanswered. You can go through entire playthroughs apparently and not discover certain storylines, and because maybe you didn't pick up an item. It's kind of going back to a lot of the stories is told through the lore found on items. Now, there's a million lore videos out there, and I've stayed away from them because I've never really, had an interest in Dark Souls. So I'm interested in piecing this puzzle together, because from what I read, the story is a very complex story. It's a very well-developed story, in so much as you decide your own involvement as the player. You can get as much out of it as you want, or as little. And that to me is pretty amazing. The fact that things are left, that the developers deliberately leave things unanswered, or leave situations in such a way that you are, as a player, forced to make speculations, to make your own story, so to speak, is fascinating and original and amazing. And I can't believe that I have not played this game. I wish I would have known about this sooner. The third and final thing is that it's can be, to the uninitiated, brutally difficult, which that also interests me a great deal. I enjoy extremely hard games, so having to spend hours grinding on a boss or something to that effect to get past is nothing new to me. If you've watched any of my Bashi stuff, I have the patience to do so. So, in closing, I just want to say that I am going to be adding this series to my repertoire. I'll be starting it immediately. I can't wait to jump in. And I can't wait to start interpreting this game. Start putting the puzzle pieces together and to speculate and to explore and yeah. It'll obviously be the PC version, the Prepare to Die edition. Again, it will be a completely blind playthrough, with the exception of the starting part of the Undead Asylum. Of course, you know, I had to see how it would perform recording-wise, see how it looked. I also wanted to get, you know, a couple hours of killing hollows in the first area to get some basic muscle memory down. I don't want to spend 4 parts trying to get out of the Undead Asylum. So that's as far as I've gotten. And yeah, mods. I guess we could talk about mods real quick. I don't want this video to drag on. I am playing with mods. Of course, you have to run DSFix. It's a requirement for it to run on PC. It'll be running at 1080p, 60 frames per second. And let's see, what am I using? Of course, my DSFix led me to some other mods on the Nexus. No game-changing mods. These are texture and fluff mods only. So, and I'll put them in I will be putting them in the descriptions whenever I add a mod, or, you know, I'll have my mod list available. But starting out, we'll basically the starter set of mods for Dark Souls. Well, you got DSFix, you've got the high-res UI and subtitle fonts, the arrow and quiver fix because those white arrows are ugly as shit, the low-res tree texture fix, and I do have a UI mod. It's the UI, it's supposed to make it look like Dark Souls 3, although I wouldn't even know what Dark Souls 3 would look like. I did check out the vanilla I checked out the vanilla and the comparison between that and the UI 3 mod, and you know, it just looks a lot prettier, cleans some stuff up. So I'll be going with that. As well as I will be playing as warrior class, so I did go ahead and grab, I think, I looked through quite a bit of mods. The only one I could really find for the starting set was the black armor for warrior. This, of course, has no stat bonus differences. It's just merely cosmetic, and it looks cooler in black because, you know, everything's cooler in black. Yeah, so I think we'll stop it right there. That's the plan, and I can't wait to jump in and start playing. And I hope that you guys have as much fun watching me complete Dark Souls Virgin in his first playthrough of any Souls game. Stumble around what looks to be an amazing game. I hope you guys enjoy the series.